Your mind is for having ideas, not holding them. This is one of my favorite tools by David Allen. Obsidian is one tool that can hold your ideas and your entire knowledge system. With just this one tool, you can capture everything, connect your thoughts, learn faster, solve problems smarter, manage tasks, and even read and annotate PDFs in one place. And this is the sixth video of Obsidian Start Here series. In the first 5 videos, I covered how to take connected notes and the basic of Markdown, how you can learn anything faster and efficiently. Now we will dive into the tool itself. So I will cover around 60 to 70% of Obsidian in this video. And think of Obsidian is just like a lever from physics textbook. You put in a little effort, you get a big outcome. But remember, the tool gives leverage. You have to do the work by yourself and you have to build the habit of taking notes. Okay? Let's get into it. This video is solely focused on how to use Obsidian. Okay? And one of the fundamental things all of you need to know is the sidebar. You see, there is a left sidebar and there is a right sidebar in the Obsidian. Okay? Now I'll introduce you left sidebar. Okay, expand it. And the first button that you see, that is the quick switcher. Remember that. Depending on your Obsidian setting, those buttons might be swapped. It doesn't matter, you can drag and drop. Just remember, this is the quick switcher. So you should be familiar with quick switcher. You can search any note in quick switcher. Okay, that's cool, right? And the second is graph view. You can see all of the beautiful graph of all of your notes that we created in this tutorial. And then you see a canvas. So actually canvas is a Obsidian plugin. Let me show you a bit. I created a new canvas. Then let me drag this image over here. You see? And then let me drag this note over here. Okay. And then let me connect this image with note. So you see that the capability of canvas. That means canvas is just like you can connect all type of information into a single canvas. That's it. It is really cool, right? Just explore this. And then next thing is important. Insert template. So template is a completely new concept if you are new in Obsidian, but if you want to explore more about template, you can check my Obsidian video on template, or you can also check my step-by-step guide of building a second brain series. I will put the link in the description below. And the next button is command palette. Command palette is actually important. So whatever we do in Obsidian, we can achieve everything using command palette. So let me go over here, open command palette. Just explore command palette. You see the number of commands available over here is really insane. That means you can do anything using command palette. For example, I want to convert PDF. I just open command palette and export PDF, and then I can do that. I want to make this bold. Okay, then I select it, then open command palette, bold, toggle bold. So you see that? So that means whatever we are using shortcut or using any other key or any other functions, we can achieve everything using command palette. So just explore command palette. That is really cool feature of Obsidian, I believe. And the next thing is Base. Base is a recent Obsidian plugin that mimics, I would say, the Notion-like database. That means you can create database using Base. So let me show you a demo. So when I created a base, I just created a new base. You see all of my notes are listed just like database, and then I have different type of properties, all of the things I can configure. Just explore this. And the next button is the audio button that you can record anything during meeting or inside any note, right? So that is all about the left side toolbar. When we work on something, we want to make it completely distraction free. And one way of making it distraction free is to bring all of your notes, all of your materials into a single window, right? So let me show you how you can do this in Obsidian. For example, I have opened the stock note over here. Then I also want to open how to invest note in the side by side. Okay, then let me press Ctrl, then click on this note. So this way I can open multiple nodes in separate tab. But the thing is like I do not see both of the tabs at the same time, right? So one way to solve is you can actually right click on it, then go split right. This way you can actually split windows in left and right. That's good, right? But the thing is you can achieve the same task using shortcut. Remember, shortcut is the best way to accelerate your note taking process in Obsidian. Okay, let me show you how you can do this. So I will press Ctrl Alt R, then click on this node. This way I can actually open this node in a different window. Just remember this, okay? That is not the end. Obsidian has more feature. For example, I want to open another node in the bottom. Okay, let me show you how you can do this. For example, I will take index node, okay? Then I will click on this index node over here and drag the index node. You see that? Or over here, or over here. Okay, then let me actually release my mouse. So you see, now I actually open 3 nodes at a time. So you might ask, how many nodes I can open in Obsidian window? That depends on your monitor size. Okay, so then let me open mock investment node. Then grab this node and bring it over here. So you see that when you are working on any project, you can actually open all of your bite-sized node in multiple windows so that you can make the connection with one node with another node. This makes you little bit productive, I believe, because I use this feature a lot when I'm writing any report. Okay, so I think you will find this useful. Since I'm teaching Obsidian for so many years, I find few things really weird. I see people actually browse their node from the left side pane this way. Guys, don't do this. Because when you have thousands of nodes and hundreds of folders, you cannot actually make yourself productive by browsing nodes this way. Okay, so that means the power of Obsidian is that using shortcut, you will get the most benefit from Obsidian if you learn to use the shortcut in Obsidian. Okay, that is the way to actually achieve a good result, be more productive, or achieve anything faster. For example, let me show you how to search node using quick switcher, that is Control O. That will bring the quick switcher option. Then you can search any node over here. That is so fast, right? But if you try to search that node from your thousands of nodes from the left side pane, it's gonna take a lot of time. Just remember that. And the next shortcut is the Control P, that is the command palette. Remember this command palette. That means when you need to open command palette, you can do this. Okay, so this is the two most used shortcut. And the next shortcut I will teach you is how to make bold, italic, all of those stuff, because those are actually most used shortcut, I would say. Of course, you can actually bold this word using double star and closing double star, right? That is one way. But there is a easier way you can achieve the same result, that is using shortcut. Select this word, Control B, bold. Simple as that. Then select this word, Control I, italic. Simple as that. Okay, don't forget this. Okay, for example, you want to create bulleted list. That means Control L, which is bulleted list, something like that. Task 1, task 2. You can then check mark the task or bulleted list. You see that? This is really cool. You might ask, if I want to create a simple bullet, something like this, instead of pressing this button and something like this, what is the shortcut? Honestly, there is no shortcut for this function assigned, but you can assign one. Okay, let me show you how you can do this. For that, you have to go to setting. You see setting, then there is an option in the left side, that is a hotkey, and search over here bullet. So you see, so there is a toggle bullet list. That means I can assign any shortcut in any function I want to actually achieve faster. Click on this. You will press Ctrl Shift L. Easy, right? Okay, so let me actually apply this right now. Ctrl Shift L created a bulleted list. Right? You see that? This is so cool, right? So this way you can actually make the best use of Obsidian by using shortcut. Just explore the shortcut pane and also explore the hotkeys and explore all of those functions available to you. For example, you can actually set a shortcut for heading 1, heading 2, all of those stuff. Just utilize that because this is the way you can make note faster and then you can make into a habit. If you want to build a note taking habit, you have to make your process frictionless or zero friction. That is the way. Searchability is the one of the important property of any note-taking app. And I found Obsidian is one of the best. Okay, we know how to search a note using Quick Switcher. If you have 1,000 of notes, you want to search a particular word or sentence from a note, you can do that. So let's go over here from the top left and click search. For example, I want to search the stock word. You see that Obsidian identified all of the nodes having stock word and you can navigate to those from here. That is so cool, right? So that means this one way you can search. And if you want to know more about search or search plugin, I will offer a link in the description below. One of the coolest feature of Obsidian is the community-driven plugins and themes. Do you know how many themes Obsidian has? More than 2,500 and it has more than 300 themes. That is crazy number, I would say. So first let me show you how to change theme. Just for that, let me open the stock node. So you see, when I will change the theme, it will actually change how the node looks like. Okay. Then let me go to the setting, then appearance. You see from appearance, then you can go to manage and over here you see 388 themes. You can select and install and experiment. Okay, so one of my favorite themes is things. So let me install and use it. Okay, and let me close it. So you see it changed everything. Now it looks different. Now I see the headings are actually blue color. And I see the bold is red color and the italic is red color. So it's different, right? So that means you can experiment with any theme you like. Okay. And the next thing is plugin. So plugin is important because many useful plugins are actually come from the community developers. So you have to turn the community plugins option to use that. Then you have to go to browse community plugin. So over here you see that 2,645 plugins. That is crazy number, guys. So you see there are so many plugins. I cannot even actually finish in a day just to name it. I can't. So you see, and just experiment all of the plugins that you want. And my suggestion would be do not go with so many plugins at the beginning. Just use the one that you need most. I will put a link in the description below my top 10 plugins that I use daily basis. Organization is one of the most important parts of knowledge management. I have multiple videos on how to organize your Obsidian knowledge base or your second brain. I'll put the link in the description below. One of the questions I get frequently is the attachment management. For example, if you look over here into my sample Obsidian notes, you see that I have multiple images and audio files messing around with my notes. So many people do not like this. Okay, then I will teach you how you can organize all of the attachments better than this. Okay, for me, follow me to the setting. Then over here you will find an option file and links on the left sidebar. Then if you go to the bottom, you see default location for new attachments. This is very, very important. Then you can refer in the folder specified below. Same folder is current file in a subfolder under current folder. Especially I like this option because in this way I can define where Obsidian should actually save my attachment. Okay, then let me actually put the folder name. Okay, then go back. Okay, so let me show you how it works. For example, let me open mock investment. So to demonstrate, I actually removed all of the images from here, and I also removed the images from the left sidebar. Let me copy it from my download and paste it over here. Did you see what happened? I pasted the image over here. Obsidian automatically created attachment folder and puts the image into that folder. So that means right now, if you actually paste any PDF or anything into Obsidian, it will automatically put all of the attachments into attachment folders. This way you can be super organized. You can actually define how Obsidian will actually manage all of the attachments. Now I will address one of the most important questions in organization. I get this question frequently. Okay, fine. In this note, this is just a simple vault where I just have taken note on investment and I have organized all of my notes around mock investment. This is fine. But when I have multiple subjects, I can actually create multiple mock on top of that subject. For example, if I have a new subject on deep learning, I can create mock deep learning and index all of my notes around it. But many people do not like this way of organization. They want to separate different subjects into different folder structure. For example, you are learning drawing. Then you are creating a mock over here, mock drawing. Okay. For example, drawing class, day 1. So if you click on this, you will see that your note is not creating under the drawing folder. That is not happening for this case. So let me show you why it is not happening. If you go to setting, then you will see a new option, that is default location for new note. This option is very, very important. So right now I selected vault folder. You have to select same folder as current file. In that case, let me delete this drawing note again and create it from here. So then open this, then click over here, then you will see now when the note is creating, it is creating under drawing folder. You see that? So that means you just have to remember these two settings to organize your note and attachment according to folder structure. Okay? These two settings are most important. Okay, fine. Now you are creating so many folders, and at one point you will find that those folders are not that much effective. You cannot keep track of different subjects, different notes, and also folders will create a barrier to connect between your notes. I get this question frequently. Then how can I make a sustainable organization system to avoid this? Okay, for that you have to follow my Obsidian Starter Kit. This kit I have developed focusing on many topics. Actually, I have a full video series on this kit, how I developed this Obsidian Starter Kit. And this has a sustainable organization system. When you open this kit, you see that it actually opens up a new my daily note where I can see all of my tasks listed, everything in a very well manner. And at the top, you will find a README. And if you follow the README, you will understand why this organization system, how I decided this system, why it is sustainable for long term, how you expand it, how you use it. You have whole documentation. I will put the link in the description below. And I also have 2 videos on it, how this organization works. You can watch. And then you can understand how you adopt for your own purpose. You do not have to copy from it. Adapt it, change it according to your requirement. That's all. I believe now you learn the basics of Obsidian as a tool, how to use Obsidian and get the best outcome from it. So that's all for today, and just don't forget to like, comment or subscribe, because if you engage more with my content, I will believe that you are getting values, so that actually motivates me make more videos. Simple as that. Thank you very much.